My name's Mark Greenwalt. There's a large family of brothers and sisters. I should know, but I don't, but there was a lot of them. And the family name was, in American English, Cuenod, but in French it was Cuenot. And they had immigrated from Switzerland. That was before the storm. And my grandmother, who was the youngest, I believe, of the family, she was, at the time of the storm, she was about 15 years old, and she spoke French fluently, and so she was basically a babysitter, but I think she was sort of in demand because they, I guess, wealthy people, they liked that she could speak French and she could give French lessons. And the family, my grandmother's, her name was Jeanne Cuenod, and her family lived on Avenue K. She was babysitting a family. It was the Fisher family. And the way I heard the story was that and I heard this story from my aunt, and she was babysitting at the Fisher house, and there was a party going on a few blocks away, and so they had brought the kids to the Fisher house, and my mom, my grandmother, was babysitting these kids, including the Fisher. The Fisher family had a large family too, and all of those kids. And I believe there was also maybe one or two servants in the house at the time. So she was just 15. So, and then the storm hit, and the Fisher family, they were trying to get back to their house while this storm was coming in, and the water surge had come in, and they drowned trying to get back to their family. The storm surge came in and flooded the house, and the house eventually collapsed and killed everyone except for my grandmother and young Kenner Fisher. Kenner Fisher was, I think, 1 year old at the time, and so she could grab him. He was small. And there was debris in the water, and a lot of large debris in the water, and she was holding on to a post, and it broke bones in her hand, so she had to do this for a long time, keeping Kenner's head above the water. So after the storm, young Kenner was adopted by some of his family members, and my grandmother was very close to him, and they had both gone through this thing. I doubt if Kenner really remembered it. I mean, he was an infant, but my grandmother remembered it. And I can't imagine the guilt that my grandmother went through, because you're in charge of these children, and she's only 15 years old. It's probably like her first job. And to have these kids die under your care, and she was able to save one of them, and they were very close, and keeping them, if you have to evacuate, put a life preserver in your car, don't take anything for granted.
Historic Galveston Island, playground of the Southwest, birthplace of Juneteenth, home of the official tall ship of Texas, and an architectural survivor unmatched in the nation. History-making moments live here, and Galveston Historical Foundation invites you to step into the past through interactive experiences, one-of-a-kind explorations, and good old-fashioned Gulf Coast fun. Learn more, get tickets, and plan the stories you'll share for years to come at galvestonhistory.org.